guys want to talk about? What should we start about? What's new? What's big in the world right now that's car related? Come here, Raven.
Car related?
Yeah. What's big right now? Oh, okay. Let's talk about the new Mustang. So
it looks like an Accord.
Dude, you think it looks like an Accord? No,
it does not. The side profile looks like an Accord.
Bro, what do you think?
From the side, it does kind of.
It does not look like a fucking Accord.
It's more rounded than the Mustang usually.
The rear end of the Corvette looks sick. Did I say Corvette? Didn't I?
You did. You're gonna have to edit that out because you're an idiot.
I've had too many of these guys. Hey Ryan, do you realize it's only 2 o'clock? Yeah, but I'm an alcoholic. So yeah, I think the Mustang rear end, I love the way the taillights look. I can kind of see from the side it looks like an Accord, but especially, have you guys seen the new 2018 yet?
I haven't.
Oh, come on. The new 2018 has more of it. It looks like, it just looks like it's frowning. It looks upset. Like it doesn't look the same. I don't know. It just doesn't look very like a happy car.
I haven't seen it, so I can't.
Look at these guys. They're supposed to be car people.
Obviously, I prefer the Camaro.
Yeah. Why do you prefer the Camaro? I mean, I know you had one. You had the 95, but what makes a Camaro? I mean, it's a single cam car versus the. What makes you like that car more than say a Mustang or anything else, even a Corvette?
Wow. It's a Chevy. It's a Chevy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Because it has a bow tie, Bo. It has a bow tie.
Well, I mean, I owned a Camaro. I don't hate on Mustangs. I always bought one. I ended up with the Camaro because the guy that was going to sell me the Mustang sold it out from under me.
Ah, okay.
So I don't hate Mustangs. It's the drivers. Sorry.
Dude, but seriously, because statistically, 9 times out of 10, like when you see like a Mustang.
Here's what I would say: is a Mustang is the rear-wheel drive of Honda Civics.
Dude, that's literally perfect.
9 times out of 10, yep. They're slow. They're kind of shitty. And every once in a while, you get that one that's pretty nice. Like now, the newer ones obviously are nicer than like the older ones a lot of times because the newer ones are coming nicer.
That makes perfect sense.
But you know, like your mid '90s to like early 2000s Mustangs are like the same as a Honda Civic. They're loud and don't go anywhere.
That makes perfect sense. Ghost tunes. Yeah. So have you guys heard of ghost cams? So the new big thing is, and I saw. What's it called? YOLO douchebag that's on Facebook. I'm not sure if I agree with him everything. He's probably, if he would ever see this, he'd probably rip me apart. But I don't agree with the whole ghost cam thing. Like he says, like, oh, you should just get a ghost cam if you want to hear the lope. Well, why do you need the lope in the first place? The whole point of getting cams is to make your car faster and perform better. If all you're doing is getting a ghost cam to make it sound like it has a lope, you're a tool. Period. Like if you're getting that just to make it louder and make it a little bit of noise, sorry. You're a tool. Like, that's just dumb in my eyes. I'm not sure what your guys thought about it. I want to hear what you think of that.
I agree. I think it's kind of dumb. But in the same respect, somebody could say, why do a lot of us put exhaust on our cars? A lot of times, for what we're doing, the stock exhaust is fine. We're doing it to make it louder and sound better.
See, I can argue that point. If you have a turbo vehicle, opening the exhaust up makes a big difference because you're restricting that turbo so much.
Right.
The more.
I mean, that's why I run an open down pipe.
Yeah, I mean.
Sounds cool.
If you put the exhaust on, in my mind, you might as well put the intake on at the same time.
Right.
The whole idea of me behind it is so it breathes and exhales better.
Right. Yep. So an engine's a giant air pump at the end of the day. It's 2 parts air, 1 part fuel. You're trying to get as much air force in that engine as you can. I get very frustrated when someone says, well, it's a giant fuel pump. No, it's more air than it is fuel. I'll break it down in another video for you guys to do the calculations and everything.
Supplementing the air with the fuel.
Correct. So it's, well, kind of.
Like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I hate when people say that the fact that you have a giant fuel pump, it is not true. It's a giant air pump. You're trying to force as much air into the car as you can. So the better you can get that engine to breathe, the colder the air you can get into it. So having hot engine air into your engine is the worst thing you can do. Or even dirty air. That's something people forget about. When I see turbo cars, they don't have a properly recirculated either wastegate or don't have that wastegate shooting to an area that puts it towards the back of the engine or out of the vehicle and that's going up into the intake. That's killing performance. I think a lot of people overlook that and don't realize how much that's killing power. But that's another story in itself, and I know I have my manly dog on top of me as I talk about all this stuff. This is really gay, but it is what it is. All right, what's something else we can talk about?
I don't know, we kind of got off topic of
but we did. Like, it's just, that's how the whole point of this is. Like, we start here and we can just work ourselves. It doesn't matter. That's the whole point of this, guys.
So let's talk about you, Ryan.
No, me?
Let's talk about how you said you were going to stop cursing, and I think.
All right.
Personally, I think that's a great idea. Like, that's a great idea. But
You can go fuck yourself.
In the long run, I just want to tell you that you're fucking gay. And fuck you. That's really all I want to say.
Well, I appreciate your fucking opinion. You're a great fucking guy.
Thanks, man. I fucking appreciate it.
You too, Zach. You're
I'm
a great
not
fucking
fucking out
guy.
on this one, man. I'm really not.
So, I wanted to do these couch confessionals and have friends over. Zach, I've grown up with. I've known him for quite some time. And Kyle, it feels like he's my brother. How long has it been now? Which cruise week was this? Because that's how we met. We met at cruise week and we fell in love.
Literally.
Gay style, bro.
Yeah.
Was it 2012 or 2013?
It was 12.
It was 12. So it's been our 5-year anniversary coming up.
It's coming up.
Heart. So yeah, like, these are friends I've had for quite some time, and I'm obviously have different people come over, but this is quite fun for us to do stuff like this, and I want to hear you guys' opinion of what you think of us doing videos like this. Hoping the audio quality comes through clear too. That's my big worry right now. Is that one the shit?
Green here.
I don't know shit about
Well,
lights.
we were on the topic of Mustang.
Yeah, but
And then we went to Camaro. But can we all agree
yep.
that the new Challenger, as nice as it looks, and as much power as it has,
Yep.
it's still too heavy and is not going to perform the way you
I
want.
agree. I think the new Challenger is a boat, and it needs a sail that comes with it.
One, the fact that they're looking at making it like all-wheel drive and all that shit. Like, I think it's cool.
Yeah, but it's going to weigh the car down even
Right.
more.
Yeah, but whoa. Did you guys see this coming with? It's going to come with 315 Nitto tires now,
Yeah.
front and back. So they're saying it's and back. But here's the thing though. What I don't understand is they said it's still going to be rear-wheel drive. Why are you going to have 315 drag radios front and back if it's going to be rear-wheel drive? That doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe you guys can give us some input here, but in my eyes, that doesn't make any sense.
Even if you're going to make it a street legal track car, you don't need 315s in the front.
Right.
If you're putting 315s in the back for a rear-wheel drive car, stick with a 285 in the front?
Yeah,
because you're crossing my legs or something. Hold on. All right.
I mean, it's the kind of look we got going on here. I mean, we're sorry you can't do it, Jason.
I'm
official now.
everywhere I go.
I'm official.
So the reason I mentioned the name Jason, our buddy Jason Graham, I can't, dude, that's gotta hurt. He literally sits like a girl. He'll probably watch this one day and go, fuck you guys. But that's just literally how he sits, and he's just like, that's normal. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. But anyways, back on topic.
Hit puberty.
Yeah, that's part of it. But anyway, back on topic there. Go ahead. Sorry, I kind of got off again.
Oh no, if they make it all-wheel drive, then I can understand have a slightly larger wheel in the front.
Yeah, that would make sense. If you want to make the same size wheel front and back.
Yeah, I know they were kind of teeter-tottering that idea.
But even at that point, do you really need a 315? If you make it all-wheel drive, can't you drop it to a 295 or something like that?
In my opinion, you can never have too much tire. You can never have too much grip, and you can never...
No, and I agree, but it's going to depend on how much power you have as well. I mean, if they're going to keep it with the Hellcat, then a 315 might make sense as an all-wheel drive, but at the same time, you want to make sure you have enough power to actually support having that much tire on the vehicle.
That's true. So it's the new, it's Demon, I believe it's called. I guess it's the new Challenger Demon it's going to be. Supposedly, everyone's saying it's got to be over 800 horsepower. From what we've gotten so far, they're saying it's still going to be supercharged, apparently. I was thinking it was going to be twin turbo.
Or composite or something?
Yeah, something of that sort. I thought it was going to be a twin turbo V8, but it has to be something ridiculous. The Hellcat's 711 horsepower, or 715?
707.
I'm sorry, 707, thank you. 707 horsepower out of a supercharged rear-wheel drive car. The problem is with the Hellcat is it had too small of a tire. It had a baby 275 rear tire. That is fucking unheard of and too fucking small. It should be much larger than that. 275.
What's the size of it? It's
too fucking small.
Okay. Not just too small.
Too fucking small.
That's right.
Fuck. Anyways, it deserves a bigger tire. It deserves something that can actually grip and go. It just doesn't have. It should have a 350. It should have a 315 on it. It should have a wide ass tire. What's the Viper? I believe has a 335 on it, and it makes like 600 something horsepower.
Yeah, but the Viper's a whole completely different monster because people who watch this video,
The dog loves everybody.
The people who are Viper enthusiasts will all agree that the new Viper is not what the Viper used to be. The Viper was a driver's car. It didn't have all these assists.
It still doesn't.
Viper, no, it really doesn't, but it's got more than what it did. Viper has lost sales.
This is the last year for it. They're done.
Yeah, I know.
They're on.
And that's because they've proven that, the people have spoken. And they're like, look, this isn't exactly what we asked for. But at the same time, they said the Viper was done a couple years ago.
Yep, and they held off way too long, and in my mind, they overpriced it up front. So they killed it up front by pricing it around 120 grand. You could buy a Corvette 01 at the time for 110, 115, had better performance, better numbers. And you could buy the Hellcat for 60 grand. They did the same thing Chevrolet did back in the day, making the Camaro faster than the Corvette, and they had to kill off the Camaro for that fact. Well,
the F-bodies disappeared.
Yeah, the F-bodies disappeared. Now, guys, I might be wrong on that, because I'll know some Chevy douchebags are going to fucking come on here and go, wow, he doesn't know shit what he's talking about. Well, fuck you. I don't care.
I got you, man.
Yeah,
So,
see, we got my Chevy boy here. He's riding real body. Big body Chevy stuff.
What I'm thinking of, and I haven't really looked too much into it, you might even know more about it than I do, but the new Civic. Like, I actually think it's kind of cool.
Hold on that.
I don't know if
I gotta get another beer. Hey, do you guys need one more beer? Got our beer except for him. Do you want some water?
I'm hydrated, don't
Oh,
worry.
he's hydrated. That's all right. Me and him will drink. Cheers, buddy. We'll drink.
Keystone.
Yeah, Keystone. Hey, we're a low budget channel, okay? This is not gears and.
It's smooth like Keystone.
Low budget,
Oh my god! That was funny.
low budget beer, but nice garage.
Yeah, low budget.
I had the Supra sitting behind me.
Hey, I put my money where it needs to be. Beer is not the place it needs to be at this time. All right, so where were we at? We were talking about the Civic.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and Kyle's the Honda guy here.
Yeah.
I'm the Toyota guy. He knows way more about Hondas.
I don't know a whole lot about it. I know, they were talking about the turbo on the Civic,
Right.
the SI and the RR, and that the RR is actually supposed to be coming, or the Civic Type R is supposed to actually be coming here.
So is that a real thing? Is it coming here? Like, have they said like yes, it's coming? Like they're gonna have
Right.
an SI model, right? And
Right.
it's gonna be turbo, correct?
And it's like it's crazy that like just the way cars are coming now. Bikes are the same way though. I mean, it's got like a carbon fiber lip on it, like from the factory.
Which is like if you would say that 10 years ago, carbon fiber was just like 2006 when we were all of us getting into cars. It was outrageous.
Yeah.
Like carbon fiber was like something you had if you had a stupid amount of money. Now to see like a Civic come with its stock is it's kind of funny.
I just think it's kind of cool, like when you see all these other people, like Mitsubishi, not making the Evo anymore.
Yeah.
You got Honda, who's actually kind of trying to step up the game.
Oh, yeah.
As far as like the low-end sports car goes, do I wish they'd make the S2000 again? Yeah, I think everybody would.
Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to that.
I just think it's kind of cool to see them bringing something turbo and more sporty when a lot of manufacturers are trying to go away from the sporty stuff.
Yeah, Toyota's a prime example of that. They've been promising me the Supra for fucking ever now. Toyota, you need to fucking own up on your goddamn promise. I'm getting over it. I'm getting really pissy about this.
I'm not sure how I feel about the new supposed Supra.
The FT1?
Yeah, well, okay. So, because this is my forte here. Let me go on my little rant. I just made a video on this, guys, not that long ago, talking about this, but Toyota needs to put more of their input into it. They're letting BMW take, I mean, they're literally putting, here you go, BMW, here's the reins, take over.
And what, BMW is supposed to be doing like the motor stuff, correct?
So BMW is doing everything right now. They're doing the
really?
bot. From what we can see, I mean, it's being done 100% in Austria right now, which is a BMW plant they have over there. So it's going to be a Z5, I guess, and the Supras from what we're understanding. No one said Toyota will not confirm it's the Supra yet. No one has said that. BMW is pretty much saying that the body they're coming out with is going to be the Z5, the newer version of the Z4 and the Z3 from back in the day. It's going to be a two-seater of some sort, but we haven't had confirmation from Toyota yet what it's going to be or what engine's in it. Is it going to have a manual? Is it going to have a DCT dual-clutch transmission, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive? There's just so much on the table still. I've seen Road and Track. I've seen so many other YouTube channels talk on this, but I want confirmation that we're going to have this car. It's going to be badass, and here's the price of it. I want it, in my opinion.
You mean like all the confirmation you got like 3 years ago?
Yeah,
It's confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Like it's coming, but we're not getting anything. I want to see this car be bad fucking ass, and I want it to be a GTR killer. I want to see it be a $100,000 car. If it comes out and it's $50,000, that's what the one I have cost back in 1995. So if they bring one out now as a dog attacks Kyle, it's not going to be the same.
Well, I mean, and look at Toyota. I like Toyota as a company. But a lot of people thought the FRS was going to be the new Supra.
Yeah, I mean, I did too when they started bringing it out.
But when you look at the
They never
FRS,
even did, like,
what is
the
the
STI
FRS?
model,
They
yeah.
basically gave Subaru
All of it.
way too much control.
Yeah,
It was
yep.
like, okay, we're going to let you design the engine, which
Yep.
the Boxer engine's not a bad engine.
No, it's okay, but it's not. I was looking for an inline-4 regular 4-cylinder motor from so they had the 3S GE it's called. If they would have brought that with a Beams motor making 240, 250 horsepower naturally aspirated, it was sold like hotcakes. Yeah. Everyone and their brother would be tuning that car, building boost on it. You could have sold that car naturally aspirated, non-boosted, and it would have sold like crazy, Toyota. But you fucked up and sold us a 200 horsepower car, boxer motor, bitch to work on, try to do anything with. It wasn't what the market wanted. Now every time I see one, 2JZ swap, SR20 swap, F20C swap from S2000. Everyone's swapping the car because the motor is not what we wanted. You fucking gave us the car we wanted, but you didn't give us the motor we wanted. You came so close, yet you just fucking failed, Toyota. It was such a disappointment.
My other thing with like the Supra and everything, BMW is how many BMWs out there on the road do you see that have 200,000 miles on them?
Yeah, that's another good point.
What is the German reliability?
Yeah, I talked about my last video about that. Yeah.
How many miles did your car have on it?
167,000 miles, all stock original electronics in the car, and everything still works like a charm. Now, the bulbs have gone out of the dash, but they're 20-some years old. Back then they didn't have any LED bulbs like they do now, so it's a totally different game. I put LEDs in.
That's what they're putting in the motor,
Yeah, and the motors and stuff when I took the non-turbo motor out of it, I took it out because I wanted to go turbo. And a turbo motor, I sat in probably a junkyard for 5 years, threw it in my car, has made 400-some horsepower the last 12,000 miles and beat the piss out of it, and it has never skipped a beat. I'm afraid BMW is not going to give me that reliability and that turnover every day going, you know what, I don't have an issue. I think they'll give me the power I want. They offer an inline-6 motor right now for the new BMW M3 that would make me very happy. Twin turbo, great. Yep. But is it going to be the same reliability that I'm so used to with the 2JZ?
I agree with you. My big thing with BMW helping with this is that it's going to be another BRZ FRS type situation. It's going to be the same car but rebadged. But what happens when you drive down the road, you see somebody driving a BMW that has something done to it, whether it's wheels or suspension, you immediately are like, do I want to be near this person? Like, are they going to try and kill me? Like, you pull into a parking lot and you want a parking space. There's you, me, say in my Chevy Avalanche, and somebody's trying to come for the same parking spot in the BMW. I'm sorry, I'm letting the guy in the BMW have it. Because he's not going to know how to park properly.
He doesn't know how to use his turn signal either. Turn signals don't work on BMWs.
How much
no
is
turn
BMW
signal.
Jack the price up?
That's the next thing too. So if you buy a Toyota, is that going to devalue the BMW brand version? It's just the whole reason. So they had a Subaru version, which they actually cut off and killed that. They no longer can buy the BRZ, I believe. So they killed that off because it would cost more than what the Toyota version did. Is it going to do the same thing to the new Z5? Is the Z5 going to get killed off because it's going to be the same exact platform as a Toyota Supra, supposedly?
Imagine if BMW took this car and then made an M series. That would be kind of cool.
That would be dirty.
And would Toyota bring the RZ over here to the States?
I don't know. That's a good point because RZ was a thing.
But that's how I think BMW could keep their brand name up with having a Toyota of the same car. That's an M series that would be higher priced, obviously, all the luxury bullshit, that nobody wants because you're trying to actually drive the car instead of let the car drive you. But that kind of stuff, that'd be interesting to me to see what they would do with an M series. And typically, your M series has more power.
That's true.
What would that be?
Well, and I like that idea, which I never thought of. Do you think that maybe they'll build just the Z5?
The $50,000 model, and then the M series would be the $100,000 GTR kit.
And then you can get the Supra, which is like a mid-range, or maybe they bring in, like I said, the RZ, and maybe they're just like, here, you know what? You want something special, like the M series?
You want the GTR killer? There it is.
So that's what I'm saying. So in my last video, I spoke with you guys about. I want to know if they're going to bring out. Is it going to have multiple transmissions? Are they going to have one motor option? Is it going to be? Here's what I think, this is my opinion, what's going to happen with the new Toyota Supra. If it does happen, it will be an inline-6 from BMW. It will be twin turbo. My only thing I'm unsure of, is it going to offer a manual transmission, 6-speed or 7-speed manual, which 7-speed seems to be the new thing. Porsche offers a 7-speed, Corvette offers a 7-speed.
Mercedes is offering like an 8 and 9-speed now.
Yeah, but that's autos, that's different.
Yeah,
so Lexus offers a new 10-speed automatic now.
Yeah. We can all agree that there's way too many gears there.
Yeah, I think it's a little overkill. It's all for gas mods, but if you've ever driven one, dude, it's literally like it's just up down. It's too much. There's too many gears. 6 was fine, guys. You went a little too much manufacturers. I understand you want better gas mileage, but you went a little too far.
And how are they going to cram all these gears into the same size, make it weaker?
Yeah, so that's another thing. Is that going to just weaken their transmission?
My car, for example.
So Kyle here has an S15 Nissan. The 6-speed transmission of those is really just the 5-speed with an extra gear just slammed in there. All it did was really weaken the transmission. Technically, the 5-speeds are more sought after because they're stronger. So what is Toyota going to do? What's BMW going to do? Are we going to get a manual or are we going to automatic? Are we going to have both options? I don't know. I think they're going to most likely pick one or the other to help cut down on costs. I don't think there's going to be doing.
Probably DCT.
Yeah, I think DCT too, unfortunately. Now, that being said, right now with the M3, they technically sell more manual M3s than they do DCTs. Not much. It's like 51, 52%, but they sell more manuals than they do automatics. But that's a different platform in itself. It's a different car. It's a different type of people that's buying that. It's something more of a usable car. This is going to be This is going to be a true like driver's car, two-door car, two-seater, where you're not going to be driving it every day. This is going to be for the guy who wants an extra car. So the market's much smaller, so they're going to try to probably cut costs as much as they can.
I wouldn't mind seeing the DCT in the BMW version, but if they do the BMW versus Toyota version,
that would be sick.
Do the DCT and BMW, and do a manual. We'll even say 7-speed.
Yeah, sure.
Me personally, I don't feel like you're one with the car as much with the DCT.
Yeah.
When you have to use the clutch pedal, when you're going through the gears physically, it's a completely different feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
You're more one with the car. Like, I feel bad that I don't have a manual anymore and I have a fucking automatic. Because it's boring. It doesn't matter if I'm in town, even in town, in Hagerstown, where it's busy sometimes.
Sure.
It's nice sometimes to have the automatic, but I still miss my manual. When I'm on the highway, I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting there with half the time my foot's not even on the gas.
But it's cruise control. Yep.
So, but when I had a manual, it was just like I'm going through the gears, even if it's just the downshift, just so I'm doing something.
Right.
You know, or pissing somebody in a Prius off, drop like 3 fucking gears. It is what it is. But true car guys, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to say true car guys, we'll say the blue collar car guys.
Sure. Yeah, that makes more sense. Absolutely.
We want to go through the gears. I don't like this. I got to tap something.
Sure.
I mean, I play Xbox. I don't want to feel like I'm playing Xbox when I'm out on the fucking road.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So
just need the A and B and Y up on here on the steering wheel, and that can be your gas and throttle and brake.
I don't want to feel like I'm going to the arcade in 1999 when I'm driving your car.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
What was wrong with the arcade in 1999?
Yeah, Zach, tell us what the fuck, man.
Nothing. But that was years and years ago.
Right.
Like and when you want to drive a car, that's what you want, in my opinion.
Sure.
Now, I can't speak from people who make quite a bit of money a year because maybe they enjoy that type of thing.
Right.
You know, but
look how well the Nissan GTR's been. Just seriously, look at the GTR. The transmission that has been a killer. So with the GTR, they actually technically have a transmission in the back of the car, and it has a transfer case to carry the power back there. It's an awesome concept. It helps keep weight distribution down, but I still don't. I'm not in love with it. I'm not. I want to roll through the gears. I don't care how dumb or gay or whatever you think this is, but like rolling through the gears of a Miata would be more fun for me than try to flip the paddle of a DCT transmission or a dual clutch transmission of a Nissan GTR.
And you don't have the throttle or the shifter to play with like you do in your mom video.
So there's a video, whatever. Fuck you, Kyle.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, you missed that video.
Oh, dude,
it's an old one.
After every time he gets off of it, he has to put it in neutral and fucking wiggle it.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so I think that's where we're going to try and cut it off for today. We talked about, what did we talk about? We talked about the
his memories going.
Mustang, we got the
Civic, we got the
Supra.
Supra a little bit, just a little bit, not too much.
Yeah, so we kind of touched on those little subjects here today. This is pretty much what we're trying to do with this channel. I guess you could say with this channel. I want to do episodes like this. If this is something you guys actually like to watch and see with my friends, let me know. Obviously, comment.
Oh, friends? I'm out.
Do you see this shit?
Oh my god.
Besides Kyle, who can go fuck himself, all my other friends like Zach who actually gives a shit. I want to see if you guys want to do stuff like this. You want to hear more about this. I'll bring other friends over. Kyle's around more often than not. Zach's pretty local to me also. I want to do more stuff like this. Actually bring other people over. Talk about other cars. I want to know what other topics you guys want us to talk about. Kyle, thank you very much. Zach, thank you very much for today. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in as usual. Like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.